Oh, feeling hurt. Feeling hurt. Oh, check it out. That's not dirt. Oh, that's not dirt. That's hurt. Look. How am I doing that? Look at that yogic. Look at that. It's broken. It's broke. I broke my toe. I've just put it back under the nice wrap that what I like to call the local lesbians sorted out for me. Oh, and they've been bringing me food. So, thank you, darling. Thank you. Ooh, in the bin. My neighbour, in the house I grew up, my neighbour was about 400 years old. She used to give me bread and dripping. Oh, for the non-English or the people who are younger than 40, dripping is the shit in the bottom of a beef roast. It's like guts, blood and plasma and shit with like a 2-inch layer of animal fat. So you get a bowl which just looks like a bowl of animal fat, but when you pierce the animal fat, a bit of gut sort of comes out, and you get a bit of bread, and then you scrape a bit of the animal fat like butter, and then you dig into the guts, and you. My neighbour used to bring it around. Hello, Chrissy, I've got you some bread and dripping. I'll be like, oh, thanks, Mrs. Morris. Thanks. But my mum and dad would eat it. I'd get in and go, oh, Mum, you give me that again. And they'd be like, ooh, lovely. Ooh. Unpleasant. Anyway, not what we're here to talk about. Oh, thanks to the Patreons. Thanks to the new Patreons. Someone asked me if I was in proper dire straits. I don't have to put my hands up. I'm not starving here. I'm not starving, okay? But I have fallen in love, which is more expensive. So if you want to oil the cogs of love, links in the description. Speaking of love, the great debate. Oh, the great debate. Great, perhaps not the right word, but the colloquial term that we have come to use, me and my group of friends, all our lives, since we were teenagers. We have called it the great debate. What could it be? What could be that thing from 15 years old to 46? Am I still continually considering? And all my friends, endlessly pondering, painfully wondering of the great debate. It's simple, really. It's perhaps the most simple of all questions in life. To be with a lady or to be single? And I can tell you now, women, and I don't know what it's like to be a woman. I assume it's quite different because I've seen it in history and genealogy and evolution would suggest it's very different. But men in a relationship will continually be asking themselves, is this what I want? Should I be here? Would I prefer to be single? And those single men, is this what I want? Should I be aiming for a relationship? And this debate doesn't end. It doesn't get any more answerable. I don't think there's a truth here. It's a dialectic. It's a continual contradiction. When you're in a relationship, you wish you were single. When you're single, you're well happy. Not really. Look, women have evolved to nest, to breed, to have babies. So have men. But the man's role in that is very different. My breeding, what has created me for millennia, has been breed, impregnate, sow your seed, get it out there, as many as possible. From the minute I wake up to the minute I go to sleep, that is my primary objective in life. You can decorate that, you can disguise it, you can be a multi-millionaire with the most beautiful wife in the world, everything's perfect. And yet that continues. That is the story of your existence. Do I want this bullshit? Because one thing your beautiful supermodel, 7-language speaking, gorgeous sex goddess of a wife, the one thing she'll never be, the one thing she can never be, is another woman, a different woman. She can never be the answer to that incessant nagging in every man's head. I should be impregnating others. Because one's not enough. One's a terrible lottery. Imagine you're playing roulette. What, you're going to put your final coin on number 22? If you had the chance of chopping that coin up and throwing it across the table and betting on all of them. A fool puts it on 22. A man spreads his semen betting wildly. And it's a desperate shame, and don't get me wrong, to be continually questioning this, to be asking yourself, do I really want this? Doesn't mean you don't love that woman. Far from it. That's half the problem. But let's investigate via example. So I'm in love at the moment. I've been hinting at it. Those of you who don't know, I have another channel. I don't usually try and promote it because I tend to lose subs from this channel. When they see what I can be like at the depths of my maudling love obsessed indulgence, they tend to I don't want to hear from that man again. But I have another channel. I'll put a link in the description. It's my songs. Now, I'm not an idiot. I think I'm a very good storyteller, and I think my channel's awesome. I don't usually watch my videos back, by the way, but I watched a couple of my last ones back. I'm quite into this channel. I might start watching it. But my songs aren't great. They're a particular type. And I have about 4 fans, which is 4 more than none, so I'm going to go with it. But I've certainly said more about my recent love interest via my songs than I have on this channel. And, you know, as much as people think I'm a free-for-all, an open book, an endless sharer, I do actually keep a lot of stuff private. It's important to have a private life. Something else you lose in a monogamous relationship where essentially you're being surveyed and limited. Come back to that in a minute. But I'm in love, and I'm in love with a sex worker. What a surprise. Oh, this one again. And it's fucking hard. You know, I get time with her out of work, but on her work nights, I sit here working at home, imagining her on her back. Unpleasant, tricky, difficult, painful. I made a video about how I hurt myself, and a few weeks later, bang, here I am again. And yet, as much as I love this girl, and I am in love with her. At the moment, I go to her club. Like I said, we meet up outside of work occasionally. We have some lovely times. But when she comes round her out of work, you know, she's got a denim shirt on, a pair of jeans, pair of trainers. Beautiful girl, though. Oh, but when she's at work, she's on the pole. When she's at work, she's twerking. She's walking up and down the bar. She's done up to the 9. She's got her fucking 7-inch heels on. Her hair and her face is immaculate. Were she to leave that job and be with me, I never get any of that. That's all over. At the moment, that seems like exactly what I want. I want to take her out of that world. I don't want my girlfriend whoring. I don't want that level of cuckery in my life. And I understand these are early days. I wouldn't put up with this long term. No. And yet, I'm still asking if that's what I want. Going back to what I said about surveillance and limitation, let me give you an example. None, and I mean 0, of my friends are allowed to come and see me. Allowed by their girlfriends and wives. They're not allowed to visit me. And I say to my friends, come on, man, look, I'm living out here now. I'm going to be here till I die, hopefully. You can't come and visit me. We're good mates. I've known you for 30 years. And they're like, well, if you hadn't given it all that about all the fucking whoring, I might have been able to get out there. And I'm like, so you can't come out here because your girlfriend thinks you're going to go whoring. Does she realise you can cheat on her in the UK? Does she realise it's the same thing? What's the difference? You're under surveillance in the UK. Those endless texts, they're not to ask how you are. They're not to send you a funny picture. They're to work out where the fuck you are. What are you up to? I don't trust you. I'm your partner that won't let you go to Cambodia because I think you'll cheat on me. Whereas here, I've got you surveyed. I've got you right where I want you. Ask yourself about your monogamous relationship. Is it surveillance? Are you limited? Or is your life expanded through love? I know it happens. Apparently. Hang on. I think I've frozen my foot. That can't be doing it any good. These are the questions of our life. Yeah, my best mate who lives in Thailand now. He's got himself a sex worker girlfriend. And even he is already making plans. So when he next goes to England, when he comes back, he's going to have a few days up in Bangkok sniffing about before he goes down to meet her. Men don't want to cheat on their women. Men don't want to lie to them. Men don't want to hurt them. They really don't. But there's other drives. There's other needs. There's other desires. And the clamp on them, the restriction, the surveillance makes it worse. My Thai girlfriend, 10 years affair with her. She used to send me out whoring. She was working in, this is by the time she was the madam of the brothel. She'd be there working, I'd be hanging around the brothel, just making a pain, making a pest of myself, getting in the way, cracking gags. And she'd peel off a few thousand baht, give it to me. She'd go, honey, go see a lady, I'll meet you later. I'll be like, all right. And the thing is, after a while, I stopped doing it, lost interest. Because it wasn't banned. It wasn't what I could not have. It was what I could clearly have. And it made me love her even more. And it made us closer. She said, if that's what you want to do, that's what you're going to have to do. I know you like it. It's how I met her. She was a streetwalker when I met her. And she didn't want to take that away from me. And like I say, I stopped doing it. I lost interest in it. She upped her value. What a story. And my mate, the mate in Thailand, he said to me, I was saying to him, I am so in love with this girl. You know, it's been a 6 weeks, incredibly romantic, problematic, dramatic, intense and intimate story of success and failure and heartbreak and all the usual things that come with getting to know someone on that kind of level. And I said to him how much I loved her, and he said, are you fucking mad? Are you sure about this? I went, yeah. He went, because the day she stops work, the day she becomes your proper girlfriend, you can't go out whoring. You can't go out having sex with other women. You can't fly over to Thailand for a few weeks. It's all over. It's you and her sitting around your house getting bored. And I was like, oh shit. And so what did I do? Pondered the great debate. Now, don't get me wrong, there are reasons and occasions where a monogamous relationship makes sense. If you're going to have children, you've already handed your life over. You expect to be limited. You expect to be surveilled. You know, you have a different role. I get that. But if you're not having kids, you don't need that for cats. Sleeping around will not affect your kitten's upbringing. You know what it comes down to, really? Perhaps an even greater debate. The debate we live, the debate that defines our life. 4 simple words that define our limited and wonderful time on this planet. What do I want? Problematized by an absent, almost haunting, a ghost-like 4 words, which problematizes, interacts with, redefines, encrypts, denies, exposes, contradicts everything of the what do I want, and that's what do I need. You only get one go at this life. Make it count.
Thanks for what?